votes in an election. Wasn't that fun? Let's do it. I learned all the ways to describe it. Political Groundhog Day, 6 more weeks of campaigning. It's like finishing a marathon and having to leave your shoes on and run another one. But I think the best way to describe it was from my beautiful wife, Colleen, who happens to be a fan of reality TV shows. And she said, tonight, Brian, the voters of the 2nd Ward gave you a rose. An interesting system we have here in Chicago to select our elected officials. We did take first place. There's still a couple of precincts left to be reported, but we can confidently say that the voters of the 2nd Ward tried to choose me tonight as their alternate. Almost did it. We're going to put them over the top in 6 more weeks. Tonight is more than that, more than numbers and more than precincts and reporting and Board of Elections computer crashing. Tonight is about gratitude. Tonight is about our gratitude to the voters and to the people in this room. It's overwhelming. We started out this morning in single-digit temperatures, and my volunteers, my friends, my family, the people that have been on this amazing journey with me since day one were out there, and they were out there at 7 o'clock when the polls closed. It's just an amazing, amazing show of support that my friends and my family and my supporters were out there today. And I went to so many polling places, and I tried to get you guys to go inside, and you wouldn't do it. I just can't even believe that. I mean, you stuck it out. You stuck it out through the most difficult conditions. Turnout was low throughout the city. We know that. You can't really blame the voters. It was a tough day to be outside. We know that because we were out there. We were out there on the front lines. What an amazing experience it was. Thank you all so much for everything you've done. Now that you know how to do it, we can do it again in 6 weeks. We will win this election. I started this race over a year ago, probably closer to 2 years ago now, when all the planning is factored in, and we started knocking on doors in the heat of July. And I'm glad we did that, because I got to knock on over 12,000 doors in the 2nd Ward and talk to the people of this great city who live in these great neighborhoods and hear what's on their mind. And we talked about crime, and we talked about city services, we talked about education, we talked about bringing the pride back to a ward that had been abandoned, that had been gerrymandered out of existence by political backroom deals, that had been left to languish without the kind of services city of Chicago residents have every right to expect. I told the voters I was going to win this race and deliver it for them, and tonight they delivered me into the first place position out of a field of 6 candidates. I'm glad I had all these conversations, and I'm glad I started doing it in the heat of July. So hopefully April is going to be a little bit warmer. I think it will be, certainly better than it was today. My family, my mother's here tonight, my sister's here, my mom.
Yeah.
Mom, come on up.
Yeah.
This is my secret campaign weapon right here. I'm telling you, we got 36 outstanding candidates. If we had 7 candidates and this was the 7th, she'd be giving a victory speech. You've become an icon in the neighborhood. I don't know how you took that. I love you too. Thank you so much. My mother and my father raised me with the values of public service. They taught me how to give back to the community that has given us so much. Everything that I have today that's good and worthy is because of my parents. Mom, thank you. My mother-in-law and my father-in-law, Steve and Kathy, and my brother-in-law, Steve, who's here tonight, thank you so much for everything you've done. and my sister-in-law Jill and her adorable 2 children. I hope they're not here because they need to be home in bed. Got a little bit later than we thought. Thanks again, Board of Elections website. We'll get to that later. Thank you so much for all you've done. I know you've enjoyed it. I've seen the smiles in the campaign office. We've had a great time working in that campaign office. We've had a great time working in the field, in the neighborhoods of the 2nd Ward. And I know we've had so much fun that we're all going to relish every day in the next 6 weeks as we do it one more time. So thank you all very much. I appreciate your presence here tonight. Let's have another victory party 6 weeks from now. Thank you.
RJ,